What's going on, guys? About to go to Kennedy's house. This in the last video that he was holding a transmission for me that I needed. Did not feel like letting him hold it for me. You know, I don't really like people holding stuff because, you know, so have the money for it. About to go pick it up, waiting for him to get home. He lives like 5 minutes away from me, so it's not that, obviously not that far of a drive. Going in my mom's car today. You know what I'm saying? The old reliable S2K. I was gonna bring it, but I don't feel like it. I don't even think the transmission can fit in the trunk, honestly. Like I was saying, I do debate on selling the S2K at times because it has no type of space. I understand I got into that when I bought it, but now it's kind of getting annoying. I would keep it and just get a truck, but then not be paying for 3 cars. And that's way too many cars, bro. Yeah, that's 3 insurances, 3 repairs if things go wrong. You know, it would suck if all 3 of them go bad at the same time. All right, guys, we are back. Picked up the transmission, got to talking with Kennedy. So as you can see, it is dark out. I won't be able to paint it like I wanted it to today. But here's the tranny. There you go, the tranny. He had taken it apart because he was gonna use this gear set for one of his other builds, but he did not finish that build. The gear selector. I did forget the fork at his crib, so I have to go back another day. He's busy right now. So, but yeah, tranny is here, clutch is here. The motor, like I told y'all before, already put a deposit down on it. Hopefully here next week. Once that's here, I'm saying it looks like it's already, the block is already painted and all that stuff. So hopefully I don't have to worry about painting that. Probably Michael's gonna put that together because he's more of the master tech. He knows more about that shit, about transmissions and shit like that. But yeah, a little update on the car. Got the transmission, got the clutch. Hopefully this, as you can see, is a little dark, so more than a little bit dark. So next clip, you'll see me, Michael, and Steve painting the transmission.
Now, where'd you leave it off at?
I just said at the next clip, we'll be painting the transmission and putting it together in 4 days, 5 days, because this motherfucker never came.
But he never told me to come.
I did, bro.
Listen. Oh, let's say you're picking somebody up. And I'm like, alright, be ready at 5. And you know, you just assume that they're gonna be ready at 5, but then you know, you hit him with a text, hey, are you ready? You don't hear a response. What the fuck are you gonna do? It's not like you're gonna drive to their fucking house. Nah, you're gonna wait for that confirmation, which this guy never did. Right, so what we're doing today is we're gonna be washing the trans, scuffing it up with a scuff pad or whatever, like sanding grit, whatever this guy got. He bought the wrong one, but whatever.
He told me whatever is rough, bro.
No, I thought it was like my squad. You feel me?
Oh shit.
Right? This should be good enough. Just get something to like scuff up the trans. We're gonna wash it and everything. We're gonna scuff it. We're gonna dry it. We're gonna paint it, and then I'm gonna show you guys how to put this trans together because clearly this guy doesn't know how to do it. So, alright guys. So step number 1 we're gonna do in this is I'm gonna get a navaja or whatever you call this, a blade. But you know we're Migos out here, so we call these navajas.
They're blade. The navaja is the whole thing, you dummy. This is a navaja. This motherfucker said that's a navaja.
Get the blade, right? Get the blade. We're gonna scrape off this excess gasket material that we see right here. Can you get that, Eric?
Yeah.
So we're gonna scrape off all that excess, right? Right here where the shift selector goes and around the trans. And then I'm gonna scuff it up a little bit and put some brake clean on it just to clean it off, and then we'll apply the Honda bond after that. So we'll get back to you guys when we get to that step. All right, guys. So we finished scraping off all the excess gasket material that was on or silicone that was on the shift selector and on the face right here. Just waiting for it to zoom probably. So now we're gonna hit it with some degreaser or parts cleaner, whatever you have, and just a scrub. Nothing too rough because you don't want to scratch it up too much. So that's what I'll be doing now. Right here, you can see this is a clean surface like this, and this is all that old surface right here. So this is what we're aiming for. Just that cleaner finish right here.
Oh yeah, that don't look sweet.
Yeah.
Let's see how this guy does it.
Alright guys, so now we're gonna take the gear set out and the diff. So Eric, if you wanna come over here, we're gonna show him. So this right here. God damn boy. These 2 10s right here, we're gonna have to take off. This is for the shift mechanism. This is what like changes the gears and stuff like that. First thing we take. and then this slides out like that. So this is probably your shift mechanism. So I'll show you guys. So this, we just took it off, and then I'll show you guys how to put it back on after. One piece right here. We're gonna leave everything organized. We don't want anything to like come loose. And then from there, the whole gear set just.
That looks a little difficult.
Got the whole gear set. I took them out with the shift forks because I hate organizing that afterwards. And then the reverse usually comes out just like that. It's just one piece. Slides up and down the pole.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Got the reverse gear. We'll take this out as well. And then the diff is a little tricky, so last part. These two washers go at the bottom of your counter shaft, which sit right here. So most definitely you don't want to lose these guys. These guys will always sit at the bottom. You always find them like that. Should be two. Take them out. What I do is I just leave them like that at the bottom, just so I know I won't lose it. So always keep your stuff organized, and then I will probably shut the camera off. The easiest way to do this is probably like a cardboard piece or like a towel or something on the bottom. And then what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to tap the other side of this trans and try to essentially take this diff off. Alright guys, so we got the diff off. So this one came out actually pretty easy. So this is the bottom side of it. We see we got the speed sensor right here. This is the bottom bearing that sits in here. All I did was flip the trans, put a rag under, and I actually just slid right out. So.
Like I slid in your cooch. I mean,
y'all gotta get y'all mans. So essentially all this debris that you guys see right here, I'm not sure how well the camera's picking it up. We're just probably just run some brake clean. We see all this is debris, the old gasket material. We don't want that floating around in our trans. So what we're gonna do is we just gotta spray some brake clean in here, probably just rag it out, and then assemble everything back together. So we'll get with you guys after we finish cleaning this out.
Damn, this is looking good.
All right guys, so we just finished wiping everything off. So essentially all we did was run some parts cleaner, put this to the side, just wash everything out. As we can see, it looks a lot better now. There's no more debris anywhere. Oh,
sir. There's
no more debris anywhere. So now I'm gonna put everything back. We got our transmission magnet right here. This picks up any debris if you haven't seen one before. This is inside the trans, the magnet. This is probably best comparable to the magnetic drain plugs. It essentially does the same thing. So these sit like this inside the trans. It says like that. So it says like this: face down, magnet facing out. It just slides right in. That's all that goes. Next, so our diff is gonna be, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna struggle to go in. So essentially, it's going in pretty easy right now. So hopefully it slides in really good. But essentially all you wanna do is you wanna get like a rubber mallet.
Slide in you.
And then you just wanna tap it around the edges and then rotate it as you go. Oh, actually, it slid in just like that. It went in just like that. So gear stack goes in next. We're gonna try putting the reverse gear in first to see if it makes a difference or not.
Alright. Does it matter which direction it is?
No. Long edge facing down.
Oh, so it does matter. Talking about it don't matter.
No, because on some of the transes they have like I don't know if it's on some of the transes, not the shaft itself, but on the gear itself, there's like a guide point that goes inside this hole right here. But this trans doesn't have it, so we don't have to worry about that. The only thing where I worry about is the placement of this, because this is where that 14 goes on the actual transmission. This is where it locks.
Okay.
We'll get our gear stack. Hopefully everything goes in one shot. I doubt it, but you know, you can never be too optimistic.
First try.
It's a fail.
Alright guys, after 1 hour I finally put the transmission. After a couple minutes of struggle.
Alright motherfuckers, 45 minutes later, we put this thing back together. So, sorry we didn't film with y'all. I needed more than 2 hands because this thing was just starting to piss me off. So essentially, what Eric and I are...
Well, technically Michael, I was just standing around.
Alright, well y'all saw the diff just slid right in, so that wasn't an issue. It was more, so the gear set, so putting it back together, the easiest way to do it, and I'm sorry we didn't film it for you guys, is aligning the shift forks on the gear set. So just how it's aligned right now, And then the easiest way I always do it to take it apart and put it together is I get like a towel, something like that, something where you get grip, because you know this has gear oil on it. Hold the whole gear set like that with pressure. Take it out as one and put it back in as one. And then the way we put the reverse gear in over here on this side, obviously it won't fit without or with the gear set on. So when we got to that point, also I just grabbed it like this, lifted up a tiny bit while Eric put the reverse gear in. So that's good. So next step after this is we're gonna put some Honda Bond around the. Well, I'm gonna brake clean it one more time just in case. Just wipe it down and then Honda Bond's next, and then we'll be able to put this. We'll be able to seal the casing back on this transmission.
And then finally paint it.
5 hours later. One last piece we forgot. This is a shift mechanism.
Show again. Kind of moved. All right.
So the reverse gear sets inside this piece right there, like just like that. So I lift that just like that a tiny bit. Finagle this in there. Okay. And then we're good to put our 10 mils back in.
He's precisely putting Honda Bond on everything.
Yeah, you don't want to put too much, but at the same time you don't want to put too little. So what I do is I just go around, do myself a little small, or one layer I should say. Then I go around and rub it. Oh, then I rub it in with my finger. Just so we get an even mating surface area. We're gonna take our finger and we're just gonna go around transmission as so. Just getting smooth, not too thin, but not too thick of a layer of Honda Bond.
Hey, yo.
Alright guys, so we got this thin layer of Honda Bond right there on the base side of the trans. Now what we will be doing is be laying this on top of it, just like so.
Alright, Michael.
30 minutes later. Transmission is sealed. Alright. So, the only issue we're running into is, so putting these transmissions back together, whether it be B or K, the slots right here, if you were to take one apart, you'll see that they're for the shift forks. Sometimes they don't want to align together, so like the casing doesn't want to close fully. Well, you should not force it. So sometimes all you need to do is like get like a rubber hammer, just tap it a couple times on the diff side, main side, to see if it comes down. If it comes down a little bit, little by little, then you know it's fine. But ours probably dropped down maybe to what, like a 1/4 of an inch. Yeah. And then I didn't want to seal anymore, so I knew something was wrong. So I tapped it opposite way once again, and then over here, this is what Eric didn't know how to do before, or we were talking on the phone. Here, there's a clip that's supposed to go around this bearing. To put the to take a transmission off, you're supposed to spread it, and then while you pry the transmission from like a corner or something. To put it on, it's the opposite. So to put a transmission casing on, get like needle nose or something that would work. You pry this open while tapping the casing down. As you see right now, it's not locked, but it's basically locked. To lock it, there's a little groove. You could probably just run like a flathead in there, and then just push the clip back in, and it should work. Or you can just leave it like that. Either way, it'll seat down. It'll seat on its own. So this is essentially on. So we're just gonna put the 10 mils on it, seal it up, probably scuff it, wash it, put the first coat of paint, and then I think in the meantime, while the first coat dries, I think we're gonna go to Best Buy to buy a mic for the camera, because H-Day is next week, so you guys don't want to miss that video. And then when we come back, we'll probably add a second or third coat.
Hey, bro, turn off this copyright music, bro. Alright guys, we're gonna let the Honda Bond dry. While we do that, we're gonna go to Best Buy and get a mic for the camera. Also, I ended up not liking the color I picked. It was like a cast iron color. I think it looked ugly.
Like a gunmetal.
Yeah, like a gunmetal color. So I'm gonna end up just going with the basic aluminum one that everybody goes with. I mean, it'll look good, but I wanted something different. But the more I looked at it, the more I'm like, this is gonna look like ugly. So changed my mind. Just wasted like $10 on that. I can't even find a receipt. I don't even think they returned spray paint. So yeah, bro, fuck it though. I'll use it for another day. One of these motherfuckers are gonna be like, oh, let me use that joke.
Yeah, man. So we're about to hit you guys back up. Either we're at AutoZone or Best Buy, whichever place to go first. We'll let the Honda Bomb sit on a tranny. I'm pretty sure that was the last clip. If not, we'll show you guys after. But transmission sealed at least. And proceed from there. So catch you guys.
Bought some blue tape because I forgot I was supposed to buy that. And also got the new color. I got the flat aluminum. The other one I bought was a cast iron. Like I said, the cast iron is a nice color, but I don't think it will look good on the trans, especially because the motor is this color already. So,
all right, guys. So we're inside Best Buy right now. Hero, you want to show them what we found? Oh, they can't see.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
So we got the mic. They had one in stock, luckily, and it comes with a little furry, supposedly in the thingamabobber. Yeah, it comes with a furry. So we should be good. So we're just gonna check out and then add the mic, and then we'll see how the audio is after that.
All right, guys, got the mic on. I'm not even recording your dumb ass. Finally got back to the crib. About to paint this shit. It's like 6:30. We got about an hour of sunlight, but it'll get done.
All right, first things first is, all right, so I don't know where we left off, but transmission sealed, closed, snap ring is in, so we gotta just, I'm just gonna go around these bolts. Make sure they're tight, so I'm gonna just do that with the rest. I still follow cross pattern. So 14 mil that holds the reverse gear in place is this one right here. So we're gonna go ahead and tighten that one up, add the 3 bearing balls for the shifter up here, and then add the selector just right here, and then we'll be able to paint it after. Alright guys, so now that all the 10s, all the 12s are tight.
We'll delete that.
14.
Delete that snap.
14 reverse is tight. So now what we're gonna be putting now together is the spring, ball bearing, and the bearing holder. I don't know the exact name for these.
Where does that go?
So these do the transmission like this. You guys see how like there's some grooves in there? You might have to angle it differently.
There you go, right there.
Oh, you see them grooves in there, guys? So all you gotta do is literally plop this guy in. Bolt goes in like that.
That's it?
That's it.
So you have to trust that shit goes in there?
I mean, it is gonna go in.
Oh yeah, you're right. There's little holes in the thing.
And the shift fork. Right. That's essentially what keeps your thing in place. Your shifter in place.
Interesting.
Make sure the transmission is neutral, guys, or else this guy won't slide in. Alright guys, so now that we got this bolt out, this was keeping the selector from going in. This selector is just, as long as, well, first of all, the transmission needs to be neutral. In this case, I could spin this freely, so we're good on that. So this is how the selector is supposed to sit in there. Just for mocking purposes, I wanted to put it in there for you guys. I'm gonna take it back out because we still need to seal with Honda Bond. So in here, we could tell that it's a neutral because all the shift forks align. Right in here. Let's see if we can get it. Oh. You see that square, guys?
Yeah, you can kind of see it.
And so right there, right, that's where this part of the level of the shift selector is supposed to slide in through. This other side, we have this opening. There's this bolt right here that screws into this transmission right there, the transmission right here, and essentially that's the holder for this. So make sure this is out whenever you remove the selector, and remember to take it out or put it back in whenever you're installing the selector. So we're gonna go ahead, put some Honda Bond on this guy, seal it up, and then we'll get back with you guys after. Con ganas, papa, con ganas. Trans is ready, so we're gonna scrub it, wash it, dry it, and then spray it. Eric over here apparently back in the day said that he used to paint cars.
I think all my cars are clean. I mean,
this one's a wrap.
Fuck you.
So yeah guys, we might get the tripod out here, might have to set the camera on there, and then we might just have to time lapse this whole part. But Alright guys, so normally you'd probably want to use like purple power or simple green, but you know we ain't balling like that, so we're just using some other car soap.
Some people say you need to prime it. You need to prime it. Coming from a real painter, that's some bullshit. You just put some more paint.
Alright guys, so we just washed the transmission, scrubbed it. We just patted it dry because the sun is gone, and you know we're not gonna stand here for an hour just to wait for this dry. So let me take you off the tripod here. This is how the transmission is looking after we just scrubbed it, washed it. So I mean, it's not the cleanest thing in the world, but it is a lot cleaner than it was before. We could have done a much better job as well, but you know, for the owner's sake here, he doesn't really care about it being a show car. So
yeah, I just want it to look a little bit nice. That's it. It's not gonna be popping the hood at meat or something like that. So it's just more from like me. You know what I'm saying? So it looked good from afar. So
probably when we put my car together, my swap together, we'll probably run it through like the proper way because I'm actually more about the details. So at this point, now that we patted it dry, we're gonna scuff it one more time, and then we'll do a couple coats of paint, and that should be it for this video after that.
Yeah, that'll be it, and hopefully it'll look nice.
Coat number 1 is finished. Eric sucked halfway, so I had to take over. So this is how we're looking after coat number 1. You just want to add like just a thin layer. So that's the update for how it's looking right now. Yeah guys, so that's how coat number 1 is looking right now, and we're gonna let this sit and then add number coat, probably 2 and 3.
2 and 3 and 4 and 5.
Alright you guys, so we're done painting the trans. Waited like 2 hours. I'm over exaggerating, but it is
exaggerating.
Exaggerating. It is dark outside now, so we ran out of light regardless. But
we finished.
On the bright side is yes, as erocks just said, trans is painted, finished. Yo, this is looking icy right now, yo.
It's sweet, bro. Kind of size I painted it. This time I actually took my time. In RSX, ask anybody, bro. I just threw that jump. The motor I bought had like a leak on it before. Threw that joint in there. It had fucking oil all over, or it didn't have oil on it, but it had grease. And then after that, the fucking axle broke on my car, on the RSX. So the more axle grease got spread on it. I don't know if Drew's gonna paint it. I'm pretty sure he is. I mean, he's taking care of his stuff, so. Hey guys. He takes care of his stuff, so. But yeah. But this time, as you can see, taking my time on painting it. I'm a very impatient person. The motor, already painted. It could just use a touch-up, but what's the point? You know, proving that I'm impatient. Because if you show them the, oh wait, the motor, they didn't know about the motor yet, right?
Shh. No, anyways, back to what Eric was saying. Yeah, no, it was so bad. Why isn't this fucking? It was so bad to a point where Paradise, where he took his RSX, he was like, "Come on, dog, how you about to spend all this money with the engine bay looking like that?"
That joint was beat, bro.
I know that hurt.
That joint, it did hurt, cause even the bay itself. I mean, I didn't want to paint it, but I didn't even clean it, bro. Like I just threw everything in there. It's cause I rushed it. Like I said in the previous video, that joint was rushed. This one's kind of going rushed, but it's going rushed, but planned. You know what I'm saying? Like it's going the way I wanted to. So hopefully it stays like that.
Yeah, guys. So this concludes the episode 1 of Project CRX.
Yeah.
Trans. Oh.
Very scrumptious. You can eat off that joint.
Honestly. But yeah guys, we'll just end the video there. So like, comment, subscribe, hit that sub button, cause your boy
Almost at 100.
But yeah, well, we are almost at 100. I think we're like 3 subs away from 100. Road to 1,000, so 900 more subs. I mean, I know you guys can do it. So we smacked 100 subs within the first month of our starting our YouTube, which is great. So at the end of month 2, I don't see why we can't have 250 subs.
250.
Yeah. If we could do 100 in a month, I don't see why we can't have add another 150 subs in month number 2.
That's true.
So like, comment, subscribe. Have a beautiful night, y'all. Eric, you want to say anything?
Man, appreciate y'all. Y'all gonna see something special in the next one. Y'all gonna see this is gonna get closer to the erocks. Not getting done, but it's gonna be like that's gonna be like a milestone. So you're gonna be like, oh shit. Watch, you'll see.
But yeah, guys. Ciao!